Hello, my name is Kainton, the Tech Pro, and this is the first in the series of 4 videos on TCP/IP addressing and subnetting. This introduction is going to be very short. One thing why people find this topic very difficult is because they don't focus on the beginning part. What I mean is the first part is a prerequisite, and that has to do with a little mathematics there. You need to learn how to convert binary to decimal. Before now, in my computer programming course, I explained number bases, that there are different number bases, but today we are looking at TCP/IP addressing and subnetting. One thing I want to let you know is that if you follow this course, you'll find it very easy to understand TCP/IP addressing and even to do subnetting yourself. So let me put something together and then we go into the course proper. One thing I want to let you know is that this first part, that is conversion from binary to decimal, is very, very important. If you don't do it, if you skip it, most likely you will never learn subnetting easily. The secret is that you need to know how to convert from binary to decimal. And one thing I want to tell everyone is, if you learn how to convert, it will make it very easy for you to understand the TCP/IP addressing and subnetting easily. First, let me explain something about network. Because we are talking about TCP/IP network addressing and subnetting. Let's say if you have 3 computers connected together, that forms a network, okay? And a network has an address. Okay, this network has an address. In addition to that, these 3 computers also have addresses. That is one thing you want to bear in mind. That is the first basic knowledge you need to know. For us to start TCP/IP addressing and subnetting, you need to understand that this is a network, and these are hosts inside the network. The network as a whole has an address, and the hosts inside also have addresses. The addresses are called IP addresses. Just like you have a house on the street, for you to get to that house, you need the address. So for you to get to a network, let's say KTT Pro Training Center may have 100 computers, and that forms the network. That being said, let's go into the course proper that we want to do now. And it's going to be easy and it's going to be brief. Just follow along. We are trying to convert binary to decimal. It's very easy. Binary is based on 1 and 0. Decimal is based on 0 to 9. Okay, so this has 10 digits, like 0. Let me write them out. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so we have 10 figures here. Here you have 2 bits. A bit is a short form of binary digits. A bit is short form of binary digits. 8 bits equals 1 byte. 8 bits equals 1 byte. So most times you'll be seeing addresses having been in group of 8 bits. That is 8 ones and zeros. You can't have anything outside a 1 and a 0. So let's now go to the conversion. It's going to be very easy. One thing you want to know is that if you have to convert from binary to decimal, you must understand one thing, And that thing is that you must know that when it comes to a binary number like this, let's say 101, each bit has a weight. Each bit has a weight. Now the rightmost bit, that is the leftmost bit, have the highest weight. The rightmost bit has the lowest weight. And that is why we say the most significant bit is the leftmost bit is the most significant. So here you have the highest, and here we have the lowest. Okay. So how do we know what actually defines them as high and low? It's multipliers of 2. It's multipliers of 2. What it means is that we have 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, and like that. So what we are saying is that if we have this, the weight of this is 1, the weight of this is 2, 4, and so on and so forth. I don't know if you get the point, but get it like this. You have the weight to be from 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, and so on and so forth. I don't know if you get it. So this is the weight of the bits that you are told to convert. Let's take the same example we took. If we have 101, convert it to decimal. It means you multiply the bits by the weight of the bits. You multiply the bits by the weight. It's a simple multiply the bits by the weights and adds. So that is what you should do if you are told to convert from binary to decimal. You simply multiply the bits by the weights. So let's do this now. We have, it's better you do something like this. So you have 1, 2, 4. Okay? So 101, you are converting it to decimal. What you do is you say 4 times 1 plus 2 times 0 times 2, 4 times 1 plus 2 times 0 plus 1 times 1. So you have 4 times 1 plus 2 times 0 plus 1 times 1. You have 4 plus 2 times 0 is 0 plus 1 equals what? Equals 5. How easy? How difficult? Leave a comment below, let me know. Let's take another one. So let's convert 1101 from binary to decimal. What you are going to do is to do the same thing we did before. You have 1, 2, 4, 8, and so on. So you have 1, 0, 1, 1. So you multiply 8 times 1 plus 4 times 1 plus 2 times 0 plus 1 times 1. That gives us 8 times 1 is 8 plus 4. 4 times 1 plus 0 plus 1. 8 plus 4 is 12. 12 plus 1 is what? 13. So 1101 is equal to 13 to base 10. I'm thinking this is really very easy. Very easy. But this is one thing that if you don't do it, if you don't know how it works, then you will find it difficult understanding TCP/IP addressing and subnetting. Let me now do the final one before I give you some assignments to do. Let's convert 111001. Alright, so The same formula applies always. You have 1 0 0 1 1 1. So you have 1 2 4, okay, 8 16 32. I'm going to stop right here. The assignment I'm giving you is complete it, get the answer and leave it in the comments below. I'm going to stop here. This is a simple way to convert from binary to decimal. I would like to thank you very much for viewing. I remain Kindson the Tech Pro. If this is informative for you, subscribe to my channel right now. Like this video. You can even send it to some of your friends. They might have need for it. I would like to thank you very much for joining me.